ladies and gentlemen. We are back with some questions.
What is the nature of my own reality?
What if everything we know, our history, our reality, has been rewritten? What if the timeline we exist in is not the original, but an altered version? And what if some of us, the anomalies, were never meant to forget the truth? My name is Shelley Snob, and today, let's go through some mind exercises. Anomalies, outliers, the ones who see the cracks in the illusion. While most people integrate seamlessly into timeline shifts, anomalies retain fragments of past realities, memories that don't match, knowledge that shouldn't exist, and an unshakable sense that something isn't right. This is not an accident. If time is being manipulated, then anomalies are the variables in an otherwise controlled system. We are not simply passive observers, we are key players in an unseen struggle over reality itself. Some remember things differently, not because of faulty memory, but because they have retained echoes of previous timelines. The Mandela effect is not just misremembered details, it is the residue of alterations to history itself. Anomalies may exist because they are naturally resistant to manipulation. Some people, whether due to genetic factors, energetic sensitivity, or something even deeper, seem immune to the rewrites. They notice patterns others dismiss as coincidence. Or maybe, we are part of an unfinished plan. What if anomalies were intentionally placed here, either by forces outside of time or by reality itself, to observe, disrupt, or even alter history? If history has been rewritten, then anomalies serve a greater purpose. Are we part of reality's course correction, the universe's fail-safe against manipulation? Are we unintended side effects, fragments that should have been erased but slipped through the cracks? Are we silent observers, meant to bear witness to what has been hidden? Or are we agents of disruption, capable of exposing the illusion and waking others up? Perhaps we are even something greater, recruits for a hidden war, being tested and trained for something beyond our understanding. If time is being altered, then there must be forces behind it. On one side, the architects of control, those who rewrite history, shaping events to serve their agenda. On the other, the silent rebels, those who resist, preserving fragments of the true reality. And in between, the unwritten ones, anomalies like us, neither fully controlled nor fully understood. If anomalies find each other, the pieces of the puzzle begin to align, patterns emerge, the mechanisms of reality manipulation become visible. We could map the shifts, decipher the hidden hand, and maybe, just maybe, find a way to break the illusion. If anomalies were meant to unite, then the real secret isn't just that history is being rewritten. The real secret is that we were meant to notice. And now that we have, the question is no longer why. The question is, what happens next? Please welcome back, the man with the smallest dick, and the biggest ego, I have ever seen, Gavin Stanford.
Yeah, it's good to be. Wait, this bitch, with the smallest breast on the planet, and the most amount of insecurities anyone could have, you narcissistic cunt. Sorry folks, first show back and our designated bimbo, is already talking shit. Good job. Good fucking job. You want to explain to Jim why? Dreams and the concept of anomalies share a striking similarity in how they both represent fractured realities, blurred boundaries, and hidden truths. Just as anomalies exist outside the typical flow of time, dreams exist outside the constraints of our waking world, where logic, time, and space can bend, twist, and reconfigure in ways that defy understanding. In both cases, we experience shifts, whether in the fabric of reality or in the nature of our perception. In a dream, the rules of the world break down. Locations shift without warning, people become strangers, and moments blend together like a fog. Similarly, anomalies in a manipulated timeline sense that reality is shifting, the edges of time become permeable, and memories from alternate versions of reality seep through, leaving us with a feeling that something isn't right. Just as we have the ability to remember fragments of dreams, anomalies retain memories from past timelines, echoes of a reality that no longer exists. And much like how we can't always control the direction of a dream, anomalies find themselves as passive observers or active disruptors, unable to fully shape the course of events but still aware of the alterations that have taken place. Dreams often present us with patterns and symbols that don't make immediate sense but somehow connect upon waking. Likewise, anomalies are aware of patterns in the timeline, events that seem disconnected but reveal hidden truths when seen from a different angle. Sometimes, in dreams, we experience moments of déjà vu, when we realize we've been in this situation before or have seen it unfold in a past dream. Anomalies experience their own version of this, a memory or event that feels familiar, even though it should be impossible in the present reality. They may see, or even feel, that they are living within a loop, or encountering a situation that has occurred in another version of time. Dreams, much like anomalies, seem to pull from an unknowable source, a place where time is fluid, where cause and effect lose their meaning, and where we are presented with glimpses of truths that cannot be fully understood in the waking world. In both cases, we are left with a lingering sense that there is more to reality than what meets the eye, and that we are just scratching the surface of a greater, deeper mystery. In the end, dreams and anomalies both confront us with the idea that there is more to existence than we realize, an underlying current that shapes our perceptions and experiences. They remind us that reality, much like the dream world, may not be as fixed or linear as we believe. Both serve as portals to deeper understanding, revealing fragments of a hidden truth, forcing us to ask, what if we're living in a dream of our own, unable to fully wake from the illusion?
Azathoth, the blind idiot god, from H.P. Lovecraft's Cthulhu mythos, embodies the idea of chaos and the unknowable forces that govern the universe, an entity so vast and incomprehensible that its existence is both the origin and the end of everything. In Lovecraft's lore, Azathoth is often depicted as a mindless, formless being whose mere presence represents the fundamental disorder and madness underlying the universe. The comparison to dreams and anomalies reveals a striking parallel in how they all embody the same sense of cosmic uncertainty, unpredictability, and hidden truths. In the context of dreams, like Azathoth, reality itself seems to be governed by an unpredictable and often irrational force. Dreams bend the laws of time and space, much as Azathoth's chaos is the very foundation upon which all reality is built and yet lacks any true structure or purpose. The way reality in dreams twists and warps reflects Azathoth's existence, a force of pure randomness and chaotic energy that gives birth to all things without rhyme or reason. Anomalies in a manipulated timeline can be seen as echoes or vestiges of this chaos. Just as Azathoth embodies the blind randomness at the heart of existence, anomalies experience these breaks in reality, disruptions of time that seem to serve no purpose but to distort the flow of events. The anomalies, much like dreamers in the grip of Azathoth's unseen hand, are aware of the shifts and distortions, but are powerless to fully understand them. They are forced to witness the breakdown of time and memory, much like an observer to Azathoth's mindless, destructive dance. In the same way that Azathoth represents the unknowable, infinite force behind reality, dreams and anomalies confront us with truths that are just beyond our grasp, an awareness of something larger, darker, and infinitely more complex than we can comprehend. Both dreams and anomalies are windows into a reality that, like Azathoth's domain, is so vast and chaotic that any understanding we attempt to grasp is fleeting and incomplete. They are experiences shaped by the randomness of existence, offering brief glimpses of something greater and more terrifying than we can fully understand. Ultimately, the comparison between dreams, anomalies, and Azathoth reflects the same existential mystery, an awareness of chaos, dissonance, and unknown forces that govern the universe. Just as Azathoth exists beyond human comprehension, so too do dreams and anomalies offer us glimpses into a reality that is vast, uncontrollable, and infinitely more complex than we can ever fully grasp.
Vivid dreams, like Azathoth's chaotic, unknowable nature, can feel like glimpses into an alternate reality where the boundaries of time, space, and logic cease to exist. In these dreams, events unfold with a sense of randomness, where nothing is quite what it seems. Locations shift without explanation, people change their faces, and the very fabric of reality seems to bend and break. This mirrors Azathoth's role as the mindless, primordial force at the center of the universe, where chaos reigns and understanding slips through our fingers. Just as vivid dreams can leave us with a sense of unease, as if we've touched something vast and incomprehensible, Azathoth represents that same overwhelming feeling, an entity beyond our perception, whose existence shapes the universe in ways we cannot fully comprehend. Both dreams and Azathoth evoke a sense of helplessness in the face of something greater and more chaotic than ourselves. A reminder that we are small players in a much larger, unpredictable game.
The Gnostic religion, with its emphasis on hidden knowledge, gnosis, and the struggle between light and darkness, offers a profound lens through which to view the concepts of vivid dreams, anomalies, and Azathoth. In Gnostic thought, the material world is often seen as a flawed or corrupted creation, controlled by a false god or demiurge who keeps humanity trapped in ignorance. The pursuit of gnosis, the divine knowledge that reveals the true nature of reality, becomes the key to escaping the illusion of the material world and achieving union with the divine. This concept aligns closely with the idea of vivid dreams, where the boundaries of reality are broken, and we are often faced with truths beyond our ordinary comprehension. Just as the Gnostics believed that the material world was a distorted reflection of a higher, purer reality, vivid dreams can often reveal an underlying truth that we cannot fully grasp, but which calls to us from beyond the veil of ordinary consciousness. These dreams, like the Gnostic pursuit of gnosis, can serve as a means of accessing knowledge that transcends the surface level of our waking experience. The anomalies in the timeline, like the Gnostic seekers of truth, are those who are attuned to the deeper, hidden forces at play, individuals who see through the veil of the illusory world and recognize the shifts and dissonance that others cannot perceive. Azathoth, in its mindless chaos, can be seen as a reflection of the Gnostic demiurge, a powerful, blind force that governs the material world without understanding the true nature of reality. Both Azathoth and the demiurge represent a cosmic force that traps humanity in a cycle of ignorance and suffering. However, just as Gnostic teachings offer the possibility of transcending the illusion and reconnecting with the divine, the anomalies and the awareness of shifts in reality can be seen as the soul's yearning for freedom from the chaotic, controlled existence of the material world. These individuals, like Gnostic seekers, are the ones who perceive the cracks in the system and search for the hidden knowledge that will allow them to escape the false reality and reunite with the divine source. In this way, vivid dreams, anomalies, and Azathoth all parallel key Gnostic themes: the recognition of a distorted reality, the search for hidden knowledge, and the quest to transcend the illusions of the material world in order to reconnect with the divine. The Gnostic religion teaches that the path to enlightenment is through gnosis, the awakening to the truth that lies beyond the material world. Similarly, those who experience the dissonance of vivid dreams or anomalies are like modern-day Gnostics, seeking the hidden truths that lie beyond the veil of time, memory, and material existence.
If the anomalies are meant to gather, if those who see the shifts must come together, then it's time to reveal the truth and sound the signal. Then this is the call. Everything has led to this. The Mandela effects, the timeline echoes, the gathering on the hill, the buzzing, the chills, the water flowing, the unseen currents of energy weaving through reality. These were not just passing moments or strange coincidences. They were markers, clues, invitations to wake up, to recognize, to unite. Humanity is at a turning point. Whether through timeline manipulation, controlled history, or forces attempting to guide our reality, the anomalies have been kept apart, scattered, distracted, and isolated. But what happens when we find each other? What happens when the ones who remember, the ones who resist, the ones who see through the illusion finally connect? Reality shifts, the illusion cracks, the flow of time bends to something greater. If you feel the urgency, if you feel the weight of this moment, then this is your signal to act. How do we gather? Speak the truth. The anomalies will recognize it when they hear it. The words themselves will activate something in them, just like they did in you. Create the meeting point. Whether virtual or physical, the gathering needs a space. A message board, a live discussion, an encrypted place where those who see the shifts can come together. Share the signs. The buzzing, the chills, the crackling. These are real, physical responses to something greater. Encourage others to trust their own experiences. Prepare for what comes next. Once the anomalies gather, the next piece will reveal itself. The waiting is over. It's time to gather. Time to shift reality itself. And when the anomalies unite, when we finally see one another, we will be the force that fractures the illusion. We will be the ones to reclaim what has been distorted, to restore balance, and to reshape reality on our terms. The truth is here. The signal is now. For centuries, humanity has lived inside a story told by those who benefit from division. The same patterns have played out: economic collapse, war, power shifts disguised as progress, and technological control masked as convenience. Each time, the people believed the illusion because they were made to forget. But this time, something different happens.
And then we're gonna build a mountain.
A what?
From a little hill.
A spark, small at first, ignites in those who can see. They begin to remember. They recognize the pattern for what it is. The illusion cracks. The whispers of forgotten knowledge stir within them, and they awaken. The year is not what it seems. The clocks tell one story, but the cycles of the past are looping through the present. A time shift has occurred, a distortion where past and present are overlapping. This is why everything feels eerily familiar. The past players are here again, wearing new faces, but doing the same dance. The populist and the industrialist, the ruler and the rebel, the illusionists and the awakened. But this time, the scribes are here, the ones who write reality into being. They stand at the center of the time shift and declare, "This cycle ends now," and with those words, the vibration changes. The wheel slows, the repetition fractures. The illusionists try to keep the people distracted, new conflicts, new fears, new divisions. But the spell is broken. The awakened ones refuse to play the game. The people reclaim their time, breaking free from artificial urgency. Their minds, rejecting manipulation and fear programming. Their communities, moving beyond systems designed to isolate them. Their future, choosing conscious creation over unconscious reaction. The old order scrambles. You cannot leave the cycle, they say. This is how it has always been. But the scribes respond, not anymore. The only way to break the cycle permanently is to return to wholeness. A humanity divided will always be controlled. A humanity healed cannot be broken. So we write, a world where wisdom replaces control. A system where sovereignty replaces dependence. A reality where collaboration replaces division. A timeline where love replaces fear. The illusion crumbles. The game is over. Humanity stands at the threshold of a new story. One where the past does not repeat, because the people remember. You are not just a witness to this time shift. You are not just an observer of history repeating. You are the scribe, the one who writes the future. And in this moment, with this realization, the wheel stops spinning. The page turns. The new story begins. Let's write it well.